How are you?
We're doing great. Hope everybody's doing great out there. Welcome to the Tuesday Night Watch Hangout. We've got our man, Philip Hurst, who is kind of also going to be our guest for part of the evening.
Hello, hello.
And he's talking about his new venture, designing a brand new racing chrono from the ground up. So we will talk to him about how he came up with the design, what it's for, and all the rest of that. We've got our man, Mitch, who has an unboxing later. So get those upvotes in early and often. Break out the troll accounts. Let's get to 30 upvotes. Once we get there, we will have an unboxing. We've got Jen, the enabler. And, of course, we've got the return this week of Blake. Hey, Blake. Look at that. He's so happy to be here. Can't you see? Yeah. So let's start with what's on everyone's wrist this evening. Let's start with you, Philip. What you got on the wrist?
Well, actually, I've got a sample that was sent from one of the factories that we're working with. And it came without a movement, without a dial or anything like this. But I actually had the movement that goes in it. So I just popped it out of the watch that I was in. And it is a similar case design for what we're going for. But it actually has the Sugis, the ST1901 movement inside of it. So essentially, this is kind of the case. We went with a different style, but we'll go over some of the differences. But I got this. I like the case. I like the way they do their production. Their quality is really good. So I said, let's run it and send them my designs.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. That looks good. We've got Mitch. What's on the wrist before the unboxing?
Well, keeping in my new tradition of trying to keep folks guessing, I went with the St. Patrick's Day water marine theme, and I'm wearing my green doxa.
Fantastic.
All that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to rewear that next week, you know.
I hate the strap. I actually just got a Max the Anachronist strap in the mail, but it's not green. So I was waiting for after tonight to get it on.
Cool. Very good. Well, you can try it out next week when Jackie returns, the Queen of Doxa.
Yeah.
They've got 2 brand new watches that will be released next Tuesday. You will see them here first on the Tuesday Watch Hangout. So we want you to be here next week.
Ask her if any of her dealers have any of the carbon orange dial Doxas in stock.
If they
seem to be hard to come by.
If they don't, I bet she can find one for you.
I know.
And we've got Blakey Blake. What's on the wrist tonight, Blake?
I'm wearing my my rescue timer today.
Ooh.
Nice.
Because you're in need of rescue?
Yep. Right.
In case it gets... No, he's just going to time how long it takes for people to not come and rescue him. He's like, come on, guys. I'm sitting here waiting.
Yeah, really.
In case I need life support.
Yeah.
And we've got the Universal Genève collector, Jen. What UG is on the wrist this evening? Oh, there we go.
The golden shadow.
She froze, and then all of a sudden there's a watch in your face.
Green for the money, gold for the honeys.
Oh, boy.
My God.
Jesus.
Here we go.
Hold on, I have a button for that. I just wish I had them labeled. We're not going to do it, but it goes wah, 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 wah.
Let's see if I can get this watch off my wrist because I'm wearing, and it just stuck there. There we go. I'm wearing the only green watch I own, courtesy of our friend Mitch. This is the Swiss watch company. Little pilot watch there. There we got a focus on it. But this green dial is freaking awesome.
I like that.
So it is the absolute perfect watch for today.
I've seen a sunburst on there.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Good.
Yeah, it's a green sunburst. It's actually absolutely gorgeous. If you're in the WhatsApp group, I think I posted it there. So if you want to see kind kind of a better picture of it, it is in there. It's also on my Instagram at ROW Watches. So you can check it out there too. You can see more of it. So we're talking tonight. Let's see who's in the chat first, and then we'll get into what we're talking tonight. Let's see. We've got, of course, Blake is also in the chat. If you want to say hi to Blake, he's there. We've got one of our favorites, Aaron Fletcher from, guess where? Fairhaven, Massachusetts. Hey, Aaron, this morning or this evening. We've got Nerd with Swag joins us. We've got Monster, Omega Speedmaster. Too many people have been in and out of them. Nobody keeps them. I don't know why. I don't know. Omega Speedmaster. Too many people have been. Wow, that was me.
Hey,
we've got Caliber YQG with his usual Tuesday Night Live. And yes, we do have an unboxing coming up. Lord of Fleck, the Schmummy Speedy is my favorite Speedy, okay? We've got Julius Caesar. Did anyone see the JLC on Robert Pattinson wrist at the Oscars?
I saw something about that.
I don't think I did.
It is.
It's
cobbled together.
Yeah, he's got a link if anybody wants to pull that up. And we'll look at it after we talk about some racing chronos. So we've got Philip is joining us this evening, and we're talking about the new Hurst Co, which he formed a few months ago. And tell me, first of all, why did you go why did you form a new company, and who are these watches going to be designed for?
All right. Well, let's just kind of roll it back a little bit. You guys may have known me from Time Panda Watches and what I was doing there with the whole Seiko NH35 Japanese base movement, homage style watch pieces. I've always been into watches, and I've always been into motorsport. And, watches and motorsport are pretty much synonymous with each other. And I kind of use Time Panda as maybe just like a proving ground, proof of concept. Can I build something? Can I create a brand around this something that I build? And then can I sell this something and make people want this something and form around this something as a kind of like a tribe or my pack, my people? That kind of happened. Proof of concept worked. And, just that by doing this, just wind up opening doors. You wind up meeting people. You put yourself into different arenas, and being in motorsports and being in photography and film. My wife and I, we shoot Formula One, and we were shooting a documentary for FIA Jamaica, and we were invited over to Las Vegas to shoot some footage for them. And we were in the paddock in the hospitality suite of FIA. Started rubbing some elbows. Next thing you know, we were asked to design a piece for a specific somebody. I'm not going to go ahead and drop that just yet. We're going to hold that secret a little bit longer.
Okay.
But then that turned into, okay, well, what does this look like? Well, it definitely doesn't look like Time Panda. It definitely doesn't look like using somebody else's designs, or, it definitely looks like, okay, I'm a designer. I'm an artist. I have good theory. I have good, sense of taste. What does it look like if I actually put my design into a watch? And if I do that, what do I call it? Well, I don't know if there's many motorheads out there, or just people into auto sports or anything like this, but Hurst is a pretty synonymous last name in the motorsport industry.
It would be, yes.
When it comes to Hurst transmissions and Hurst stick shifters, mainly it started really off in the drag racing and stuff like this, but it still has a pretty good ring to it. And one of my advisors and one of my confidants was like, hey, your last name it fits in motorsport. And I was like, yeah, I kind of know. And we decided to change the name to Hurst Co. I guess Co is still the Time Panda piece of me that helped grow this and mature this. But now Hurst, it's me. It's actually my design, my piece, my theory, my thought, my hard work, my slave labor, because I don't sleep at night sometimes. But I'm kind of proud. And now that it's Hurst Co, it's just a little bit more ownership. So what was the next part of that question? Who I'm designing it for? Is there any other questions? I don't want to take over the entire mic. Let's have a conversation about this.
Let's hear about who you're designing it for, because I think that's pretty cool.
All right. Well, while we were in the hospitality suite and hanging out, USAC, which is the United States Auto Club, the vice president of USAC approached me and said, "Hey, we've got this series going on, and it's one more step further before we get there. Sorry, guys. We got this series going on, and we're going to be letting our timepiece partner. We're actually looking for a timepiece partner this year." So I said, yeah, absolutely, that'd be really, really great. And next thing I know, I'm pulling cues off of probably one of my favorite cars and most iconic car brands. But long story short, we were asked to be the championship timepiece for the Porsche for the Porsche Sprint Challenge held by USAC Nation and USAC Motorsport. So, yeah, it's going to be pretty crazy. It's been a crazy 3 months. I'm sorry if I haven't been able to get on here and really entertain much conversation, but a lot of my time has been spent in this office negotiating deals, finding money to get all this funded. But we've got everything up and going. Production has been kicked off. We've got our packaging, our boxes, our card, everything. We're going to the races. We're on our way to Alabama next week to go ahead and get more content and talk more about the piece. And yeah, it's pretty much it. Pretty proud to be in the USAC and the Porsche Motorsport atmosphere. It's exciting, and it's definitely pushing me to the limits, to be honest with you. But rolling with it.
It's going to be cool, and I can't wait for you guys to meet you in person in May when the series comes to Austin.
Yep, we're trying to go to
start
Coda, aren't we? Yeah, buddy.
So that's going to be cool.
That'd be a good time. When was that?
It's May. Gosh, I don't know. I'd have to look it up.
Unfortunately, we will not have the timepiece by then.
No.
Unfortunately, but if you do want a timepiece, go head over to HurstandCo.com, and that's with an N, not the N for Stan. It's got to be the Hurst and Co. And then, we've got collector allocations available. Shoot us a line, and we'll have a little conversation, see what we get for you.
All right. Before we look at them, anybody else have a question real quick?
Hold on, I got the cricket.
How much?
There you go.
How much did the Porsche design heritage stuff influence, or how hard was it to not let it influence what you were doing?
I've seen watches in motorsports quite a bit. I knew I always wanted a chronograph. That's kind of why I started Time Panda in the first place. Chronograph has been my go-to. It's a tool watch for me because it started off as being a timing tool. And if you respect what it is and what it can actually do, most people, oh, it's just a stopwatch. No, it's more than just a stopwatch. You can calculate time, distance, speed. You could even, if you're a pilot, calculate fuel consumption, things like this. It's a measurement tool. And that's how it was originally used, because they didn't have digital clocks and GPS tracking and splits down. There was a guy on the track sitting there taking a time, and he knew the distance between this point and that point, and how long does it take to do that? Well, then there's a little meter on the side, and you could do some quick calculations and find out his speed, the distance, everything. So I've always been really, keen on timing, and for me, timing. I'm been in sports. I race ever since I was maybe 8 or 9. Not cars, but whether it be running, whether it be mountain biking, BMX racing, and then as I got older, I got into SCCA, which is Sports Compact Car Association back then. So I've always been around the track, and I always loved motorsports and the whole timing yourself and beating that clock and bettering yourself by the clock. Forget everybody else. The clock is what matters. The clock is what matters. The clock is what matters. Always. I've kind of, just always respected, motorsports and timing and the chronograph. But then they're coming to the whole case design and the theories, the colors, the other things that I put into it, leading to what it looks like in the final product, which we'll get to. I've got some sketches and the design process that we went through before we landed on the final design. I've grown up loving the Porsche 911 ever since probably, I would say, maybe 93, 94. Okay. That's when I really got into it. But I remember even as a kid back in the 80s, gosh, yes, I'm old. Everybody, well, I'm older. Okay. But back in the 80s, just looking at the Porsche design and those big old haunch hips and that beautiful, there's just something about it. Even the old vintage ones that probably don't even go very fast. They're just beautiful to me. I'll put on a pair of leather gloves and just cruise down the highway, man. It's just always spoke to me. So being able to have this opportunity to design something as significant as not only just being, being given to the drivers, or not just, sponsoring a team, but actually being the championship timepiece being given to the championship winners that over the next, for now, 7 more weeks are literally going to be pushing the limit, possibly getting in accidents, putting their lives at risk. This is kind of like the culmination, the crescendo to all of it, that they're going to be like, and then to be able to present that to them, that's going to be such an honor. So super, super honored. More than anything else, get to present a watch for my favorite car company that I've ever, in my entire life. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, to be honest.
We want to thank Mitch for the super chat. $2. No racy chronos. Darn. No, not
racy chronos.
Racing. Not racy. Mitch, thanks for the super chat. And we want to remind you that if you do super chat this evening, or use your member milestone chat, or join the channel, or gift memberships, that'll all get you into the race at the end of the show tonight. Well, it's St. Patrick's Day, so what else are we racing? We're racing leprechauns this evening.
Heck yeah.
So come on.
Cool.
Get those super chats, member chats, and everything else in. We'll get you into the race and have that at the end of the show. But you want to bring up some of the watches so we can take a look at them and go through the design process?
Let's go ahead and just start with the final product, and then we can go ahead and talk about how we got there and everything like that.
Yeah, sounds good.
We'll go ahead and actually start with the championship winner piece. Now the championship winning piece, it's going to come full kit, and I've actually got the kit here. I don't have the watch yet, unfortunately, but that's okay. So it'll come full kit. We've got bracelet in a pouch, card, the box, blah 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 blah, and then we will have the leather version of it. Let's go ahead and share this screen for you guys. Share screen, entire screen. Let's go with this one. All right. And share. So you guys got me over here?
We do.
All right. So we'll start with, here we go, the first piece. This is the Sebring Raceborn 75 chronograph, Swiss chronograph. And yeah, let's go through some more pictures.
And you're using, as you mentioned, a Swiss, it's a Sellita, correct?
Sellita. It's a Sellita chronograph. It's the SW15 bicomplex with the date at the 6 o'clock. We are actually deciding to go with the butterfly deployment as opposed to the buckle. I'm a fan of buckle. I always like the buckle, so I had them render it. Now these are only renderings. I'm sorry, guys, but this is exactly what the watch is going to look like, which is pretty freaking awesome. Pretty stoked about it. And then on the back, we've got the Raceborn 75 because they're in the 75 years of Raceborn heritage. The pieces are going to be numbered right there. The pieces are going to be numbered right here underneath. So we have 1, 2, and 3. I'm keeping those in-house. We have different dial colors. So let's go to the different dials. So that's the black one right here. That's this one. And then we have the silver dial, which is this version.
Nice.
Yeah, I like this one. Is actually one of my favorites, to be quite honest with you. But this one is not going to the championship. This one's just I thought it was a really cool colorway, so we went ahead and designed it for this one. I like this one a lot. But we're getting this one, and then the other colorway is This one.
Mm.
Which is just all silver, really sleek, really just really clean, very sterile. I liked it.
I do too.
And then some of the design cues. Now, if you know much about Porsche heritage, or if you know, Porsche, you have to say Porsche.
Yes, you
If you
do.
know much about Porsche heritage and some of the things, design cues. There's one design cue that I've always just loved, and I thought it was just it really embodies part of Porsche's look and their design cues that I've grown to notice on their car. And this is one of the things that I noticed the most of. So I went ahead and had this added onto the case. Now, we went through many other different design cues before we got to this final design cue, which makes the most sense for me. And some of this work was done. Now, I'm not the best sketch person. I'm not the best artist. I can get ideas in stick figure format, some real quick squiggly line sketches that if you squint your eyes, you're like, okay, I get it. I can make it look like that. But we actually hired somebody to do some work for us. So a lot of back and forth, a lot of my napkin sketches. Hey, take design cues from this. I like the way this looks. I don't like the way this looks. Make it look like this. So we wound up coming up with stuff like this. My graphic designer, he's like, okay, actually, before we even went there, we started with a little thing called AI. So I started doing things like this, and I started saying, hey, can you make me something like this? And then I said, okay, let's go ahead and actually get my artist to go ahead and start putting these things together. And that's when we just started deciding on different cues and like little accents. Do we want to put this kind of like a concave around each one of these pushers? Or do we want to go ahead and take some of the designs from the grills and the louvers and the venting and this, that, and the other? Do we want to, from the tail? I really like this is kind of iconic. Whenever I'm pulling up to a Porsche, you always know it's a Porsche just because of the way that tail light is sitting out there. It's just pretty iconic all the time. I kind of like that, and I still might use this one in the future. Who knows? But right now, it's taking a back burner. But just this little line across here is good. It was good for me. But that right here on the lugs, having that right there led me to the decision, which brought us to something a little bit more like this. And if you guys recognize this and maybe know where that might come from, this little, we'll call it venting. Where any ideas where that comes from? Blake, I know you and I have already talked about this one, so you can't answer this, but so that actually comes from the CGT, the Carrera GT. That is the venting that goes right behind the rear wheels, and I've always loved it. So what we did was we went ahead and worked that into our design, and we've come up with this little right here.
AP.
So if you see it right there.
Yeah. AP is a bit of a similar case accent in the code 1159.
Nice.
It goes across the whole.
Does it go across the whole thing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, I had mine come out and kind of follow the curvature of the case right here, only because I wanted to resemble the venting that comes off the CGT.
Yeah.
How it rolls into it. But yeah, I think it's a pretty straightforward, nice and clean design. I wanted to do the internal stacked bezel for the chapter ring, or not chapter ring, but for the tacky ring. We went with the recessed subdials with a vertical brushing on the subdials, and we have a sunburst black dial on the upper dial.
And I really like the red accents, and also the fact that you have the red accent around the date as well.
Yes,
a lot of people don't think about matching the date window with the accents of the rest of the watch. It's just almost like an afterthought. I really like the way you did that.
Yeah, not one bit of this was an afterthought. Like I said, a lot of sleepless nights and a lot of phone calls back and forth and hounding my designer and having him, are you kidding me? I have to undo all of that and this, that, and the other because I changed. Hey, man, this is part of the deal. I wanted to do something and you agreed to do this and work through this with me. And I had a dream and I wanted to change something, and he kicked some rocks for a little bit, but we worked through it, and this is what we came up with. And I'm just super excited to see this and get this on people's wrists and tell the story about this. And like I said, just to see this on the champions of the people who've worked so hard to succeed what they're about to succeed at this season. That's going to mean the world to me.
Yeah. So we want to welcome in No Fold. We want to welcome in the boss, JJ, watch out. We want to welcome in Nerd with Swag, Van Lux, Mr. GMT, and AB has a question. Isn't Porsche going to want a big chunk of change to license their logo?
It's not their logo. It's the singlet. Singlet was permitted by USAC. So USAC, United States Auto Club, has a deal with Porsche Motorsport North America to hold the Porsche Sprint Challenge. So I am the I'm the championship timepiece for USAC's Porsche Sprint Challenge, and I'm allowed to use the singlet. And the singlet is not the Porsche logo and branding, but the singlet is this. Oh, I don't have my screen share right now. I'll show you right now. How about that?
If you reshare it, I'll bring it up.
Yep.
We want to welcome in our man Cap while he's sharing his screen. Cap, what's on the wrist this evening?
Hey, Robert. Pleasure to be here. Hey, Philip.
How you doing, man?
Hey, crew.
I
have the Hermes.
Got this moody lighting thing going on.
Yeah.
I'm using the external camera, so it's going to come up a little bit. You can't see the blue, but it's the Hermes H08. You could see the case in the ceramic. It actually looks really cool in this colorway. I wish they did it darker. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's nice.
Hermes, if you're watching, a new H08 colorway, black on black. Let's do.
They don't have an all black one.
They might, but what's the what's that really dark black? The
Vanta black.
Vanta black. Yeah,
get on that. But anyway, good to see everybody on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday night for St. Patrick's Day.
That's
absolutely.
Right.
Let's see some Porsche inspired, if you will.
So this is the singlet. This is allowed to be used.
Okay.
So what I cannot use is the Porsche logo.
Zoom in on it.
Oh yeah, I can zoom in on it, I think.
Show us the goods, man. Jeez.
Sorry. There we go.
So it's like the font, but it's like
it's the singlet. It's the way the font is. It's the red line. It's the stacking of it. The way that is called their singlet.
Got it. Do you have to go through a bunch of like legal BS to like?
Yes, that's why I haven't been able to talk about it for a very long time, because we've been waiting to hear back from Germany. So it's kind of weird actually hearing that the Germans are talking about little old Phil in Cincinnati, Ohio, and wondering if they're gonna give me the rights to do this stuff. And everything went through. I had to sign some paperwork, talk about my contribution to the series and what we're gonna be doing and generating content around it. And it's exciting and it's a lot of fun. And I'm not going to name drop anybody, but the people who brought us into the fold and made this happen, you guys, if you guys are watching, I want to say thank you very much from us over here at Hurst Co. and formerly Time Panda. This is an amazing opportunity. And Porsche, if you're listening, I love you.
Yes, but he loved you before.
I loved you way before this. I loved you.
So you know.
That's right.
He loves you even more now.
We got to do it. We got to do a German language stream. So
I don't know any German, so you guys would be screwed. Sorry.
I don't either.
I love Porsche as well, and I have no intention of designing a watch. But Philip, kudos to you. I mean, am I seeing things? Because you're going to be using that singlet. The Porsche name is going to be on
the Porsche watch. Is going to be on my watch.
That is special. That's
very special, and I don't know how I did it.
Me neither, to be honest. But hey,
I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, and I leave this to anybody. If you can dream it, I'm going to sound so retarded. Or sorry, I shouldn't say that. It sounds so bad right now. But if you can dream it, you can do it. No, don't let anybody tell you can't. Really, it just comes with persistence and willingness to take the risks and the sacrifices and the bumps and the bruises along the way that come with the sacrifices. If you want something, go after it, and don't take no for an answer, because behind one no, there's a yes out there somewhere. And I happened to stumble upon a yes, and God, yeah, well, the powers that be, we're not going to get all religious, but I have a faith, and the powers that be have a plan. So
spitting inspirational advice like LeBron, okay?
There you go.
Hey.
Or Drake.
You know, I'm
or
all about
Drake.
love and want to see everybody succeed. And I'm never going to tear somebody else's tower down just to make mine bigger. I'm just going to make mine as big as I can. And if I can help somebody else build up their tower in the process, cool. But it doesn't mean I'm going to stop building mine.
So one thing I want, since Cap just got on here, can you bring up the all silver with the bracelet again?
Sure.
I want him to look at that one. I love the black and the red.
All silver, all silver, all silver,
all silver with the metal band. What do you think of that?
Well, I'll tell you, Robert. This one is you just tossed me a softball, because I prefer on the strap, because on my tag I have the rally strap.
Guys,
so that's just personal.
Okay.
They come with both the bracelet and the strap.
Oh, even better. So
yeah,
now you have
both.
You have both options.
Quick release deployment or quick release, so it's easy peasy to swap it out. Like
yeah.
I'm not shortchanging anybody. I'm throwing everything in the kitchen sink. Seriously, I'm trying to put this over the top. I want Porsche to be like, hey, I heard there's this guy named Phil out of Cincinnati, and he's making watches, and he threw everything he can to do his best.
So I would say this.
They're going to be like, yeah, we want him. He's the guy. We want him for our next partnerships. No.
Yeah, I mean, I think then you obviously get the bracelet, so you have total functionality. You can go anywhere, you know, all directions with it. More casual if you're driving your Porsche or Ferrari or Lamborghini with this watch, even though it should be a Porsche. Let's be honest. What do you think
about this one?
I like it, but
eventually I'm thinking about changing this right here to be forged carbon.
I think you should do the chrono hand in red.
I think maybe you're right.
I'm a fan of the other colored dials, like or black dials. For me, and I have an opaline silver Speedmaster, but it has a little bit of a whitish silver. It's white in some lights. You know, the opaline makes it silver in others. But Phil, this is just me. This is one person.
Oh, no. I'm all for the suggestions. This is kind of why I'm here.
I'm not a silver dial guy, and so that knocks out 90% of Patek dress pieces for me. So don't listen to me at all when it comes to that. So, but I like the racing, the red, you know, little, dashes of red always signifies kind of racing and that racing spirit.
Here it is.
What are the other? Yeah, like something like that. That pops. That's a nice bracelet. What do we? Did you mention, Philip, the price point, or is
no? I haven't mentioned the price point, but we do. All right. So here's the deal.
And you don't have to. I'm just asking
I have to. We have to talk about this kind of stuff. I'm not trying to, gatekeep and hide anything from anybody. I have a price point. I know what it is. I know what it took to get here. I know I'm only making a certain amount of these, and I know that I'm not gonna play stupid, but I also know that having the name that's on there sets it into a different echelon, because there's not many watches out there with that name on there that aren't being held by other collectors and not letting them go. I'm not blind to this, but I'm also not trying to be Mr. Oh, nope, only certain people can get them. They're going to have to pay an arm and a leg plus their firstborn child to get it. No, that's not why I got into this. If you know me, I started Time Panda because, one, I wanted people to be able to get the watch that they want without the wait and without having to pay an arm and a leg to do it, and have somebody be able to service it in case anything ever happens. And I wanted them to be able to have direct contact and be like, this is what I tried to develop. But now I knew I wanted to bring it up to a different standard. The same rules apply. I still want everybody to do it, but now it's definitely a different standard. So I am doing the 3 different colorways. Here, let me break down some numbers for you. I'm doing the 3 different colorways. I'm keeping numbers 1, 2, and 3. That's the all silver, the black and silver, and then the all black. Those are going to stay in-house. I'm going to keep those as my own collector allocation, never touch them. 20 years from now, if those things are going to be museum pieces. Okay. Wishful thinking here, people. But then numbers 4 through 14 are held for the series champions. So we have 3 going to Porsche North America or Porsche Sprint Challenge North America. And then we have 3 going to Porsche Sprint Challenge West. And then we have 4 going to the Porsche Endurance Challenge. And then after that, I believe number 15 is already spoken for and has been allocated. And then 15 through the next 9 are open for allocation. And those are going at the pre-sale price of $4,500. And then after that, MSRP goes up to 5.
And I missed it earlier. What's the total production of each colorway?
Of each colorway, we're looking at 100 pieces overall. Each colorway, I think I have the number somewhere. I think I'm going somewhere around mid to low 30s for the black, maybe a little bit more.
That's very low.
I'm trying to make them limited.
That is very limited, which is great.
I know, and that's it. And then I also have another one planned that I haven't shown anybody yet, which is it's going to be a even more limited edition, but it's got a little bit more of the Porsche heritage tied to it and some other really cool design ways and color things that I have got going on with it. Still classy, still tasteful, still you'll wear it from the Patek to the Gala the same.
Awesome.
The one question Ryan brings up about the thickness of the Girard Perregaux Loriento variants, smaller and less bulky, you like them to be. What is the case size?
Hold on, let's look at some drawings. Do you guys want to? So I'm a nerd. Guys, I went to school for architecture. So like looking at mechanical drawings and stuff like this, that's like so cool for me. So let's go ahead and let's see what we got as far as drawings are concerned.
And while you're pulling that up, and you may have mentioned this, the production schedule. When is the
they're expected to be in at the end of July, early August.
Okay, so still in the summer. Top down, or when you're driving your Porsche or other sporty convertible.
Cap's about to throw some cash down.
Well, he mentioned number 11 is gone. I love Porsche, so and I looked, as you guys know, and I think, well, you all looked at them. The Porsche designs are in the new ones are what, $13,000-$14,000.
Right, close down this window real quick while I look for a couple things. If you don't mind.
Different watches, Porsche has their
take you off of there.
Their own movements, right? Porsche design and
well, they use off the shelf calibers, Porsche design. They were using the Valjoux for like the longest, and I think they still are.
No, I think
no, their new caliper is beautiful. I don't know. It's pretty.
I think it's in house now. I'm pretty sure.
It's in house. I was looking at
it. Cap is right. They used to use Valjoux movements.
Yeah, but their prices are
same
it's 14.
Architecture.
Yeah, $14,000 or something like that.
I am sitting at 13.4
thickness.
Okay.
Yep.
So that for a automatic chronograph, that's pretty darn good.
It's not bad. It doesn't suck.
Well, the good thing about most Sellita movements are relatively thin. Even the chronograph.
That's kind of why I went with the Sellita. They were able to have it sit into the case, and I definitely wanted to go ahead and put the glass case back on there, guys, and have the exposition case back. But I also wanted to have the water resistance of 100 meters, and if I went with the glass case back, I could have gotten the 100 meters, but I would have had to sacrifice with the thickness of the case. Now I'm okay with, just because now it'll also allowed me to do some engraving on the back and put the Raceborn 75 on the back and make it a little bit more designable and a little more customizable for the clients. And I'm even considering the next 9 people that get the allocated piece to do some special engraving. That's maybe if they want it, because I know most people won't want to engrave, but we can do this in house as well. So I'm not just tying my hands and saying this is what you get. No, I want to create an experience. I want to develop relationships with some of these people. Most of my close friends now are people that I've either bought or sold or talked about watches with.
Yeah,
aka you guys.
Hey, I mean, there's plenty of Omega Speedmasters. The Hasselite Speedy is a closed case back. My Speedy is a closed case back.
I don't have any problem with the closed case back at all.
Mine has the Olympic rings because it was from the 2020 Tokyo edition,
and that's I value that. That's cool.
It's pretty cool.
Like we all know what a movement looks like, and it's mostly on your watch wrist anyways. You have to take it off and show it. Like, nah.
I think people who want an open case back, like for whatever reason, they just want it for their own mental like acuity or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really,
don't get me wrong. If you've got a sexy movement with all types of embellishment on it, and it's just guys,
if we have an 1815, datograph, you want it to be
that's it. But you're paying for that movement. You're not paying
Patek with the hand finishing.
Yeah,
right? You want to see.
It's only in 1901, and I love the fact of how it looks in the back. And it's just it's just this Chinese look. It's just this thing, guys.
Yeah,
but I'm a nerd, so I enjoy like the moving, and I enjoy how things are interacting with each other. I don't care that it was only like maybe $100 movement. To me, that's beautiful. But when it comes to the quality, when it comes to the durability, when it comes to the thickness of the watch, the wearability of the watch, to being able to do the engraving on the back of the watch, to just go make the decision of say, you know what, let's go with that steel case back. That was a no-brainer for me. That was an easy one.
I think it's a smart choice. So that way you can't make it more special.
I'm sorry, Blake, real quick. Let's go, Blake, and then Professor Eccentric.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say, I think it's the smart choice because that way you can make the watch special. You've got more real estate on the back to do some fun stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, in general, manual wine chronographs have more to see. And Sellita does make a manual wine chronograph movement.
Yes, they have a couple of different options. I've actually examined this. They've even have different finishings of different levels of finishing for their movements, to where later on maybe we do go into doing this, but eventually I would love to get to the point to where, okay, I'm big dreamer. I'm probably going to be dead by the time this all happens, but I would love to make an in-house movement. You know what I mean? But I would love to after I pass to this still be around to where there's a legacy moving. I'm trying to build something here. And not just stop as, oh, cool, I got in for a series, I built the watch, and yay. No, I want to do something a little bit more.
Have you thought at all in the future about, doing a split-second chronograph or a high-beat chronograph?
Mitch, the sky is the limit, my friend. I'm just getting started, and I started with a pretty badass chronograph.
Right.
So, I'm saying I'm not limiting myself. Yeah. I'm saying there's nothing I cannot do. I said it before. There's nothing I can't do. You just have to commit to trying it and going for it and not giving up until you get there. That's it. Yeah. Anybody can do anything. It's just most people get to a certain point, they get complacent, and then they realize that they aren't planting any more seeds, or they stop planting seeds, and then they realize 6 months why they're not reaping anymore. Well, because you got complacent and stopped planting seeds.
Man, Phil's speaking right to my soul.
Preach. Come on.
I didn't expect this to come out. I'm gonna be like fired up tomorrow at work. Like,
y'all need to go out and
Phil gave me the speech.
Man. Come
Phil,
on.
I see a minute repeater in your future. Let's just
I see a bunch of different cool
but let's start, I can't wait until these are produced. I think it sounds like, from what I'm hearing and seeing, like a phenomenal product. And with the Porsche, the watch itself combined with Porsche, you just don't see that. I don't even know if there any other branded watches. Porsche
Design did a
outside of that
with Hodinkee, but that's really
no, that's like Porsche.
Carrera every once in a while is able to do something with Porsche, but I don't know. To be honest with you, I think Porsche design is the only thing I've ever seen with the Porsche logo or name insignia on it.
Me too.
Oh wait, hold on. The brand before me, if y'all want to go look them up, it's BRM Chronographs.
Oh yes, I have heard of them.
They were the brand before me.
Are are you gonna do like an Bosch caliber, or are you gonna do like a super finished chronometer? Because I know we were talking kind of briefly about that.
Blake, chill. Calm the F down, bro. No, yes, no. Blake is as we all know what Blake is and who Blake is and what Blake is involved in. Blake and I were talking about some things and having conversations, and Blake, that's still the ultimate plan. Timing was just an issue for this one, which we're gonna get there. But yes, I do want to get to doing guilloche or Côte de Genève. I want to get to the beautiful finishing. I want to get down to the I can't even spit it out. I want to get to the certification. Thank you. I want to get the certifications. I want to get the ratings. Those are important to me, and we're just working there, man. We're getting there.
Do your own Hurst Co certificate, brah.
I'm trying, bro. That'd be dope. Show me how, Mr.
Hurst chronometer.
Hurst chronometer. Oh, that's got a little catch to it. Yeah. Is that the next YouTube channel? Hurst chronometer?
Yeah, go ahead.
We may have just renamed the company. I don't know.
I think I just renamed D24.
We want to remind you that we will have a race at the end of the show, so please get your super chats. Member chats, you can join the channel, and if you join the channel, it gets you into the WhatsApp group, or you can gift memberships as well. We'd like to have those gifted memberships for folks that are not members to at least try it out for a month. We also will have an unboxing towards the end of the show, so please get your likes in now so we can do an unboxing a little bit later on. So where do we go from here? I mean, lots of big dreams, Philip. Obviously, your first concern, though, is getting this first one out
delivered.
and delivered.
Most importantly, guys, if you want to support me, if you guys want to see this actually come to fruition, and obviously I got a business and I'm trying to get these sold, and I don't think there's going to be a big problem selling them once I have them and I'm able to show people, it's a no-brainer. They're beautiful watches. But if you would like to purchase a piece or talk to me about possibly getting on the allocation list, well, you guys are gonna get the call. I promise.
Well, you're telling me to slow down, bro. You're telling me to slow down.
So you're saying, unlike when we go to our Rolex AD, we actually have a chance.
You guys have
an allocation.
You're telling me there's a chance. Yes,
guys, everyone watching, everyone watching live or who watches it on the replay because they're overseas, they're in Australia, unlike GMT because he's awake, and I think he's going to register interest for one. He's a car guy. He's a chronograph guy. He's a Phil guy.
Cap, you have to buy 3 dead stock Time Panda watches before you get the allocation call. Okay?
I gotta go on the journey. I gotta go on the journey.
The journey.
The problem is, Phil, number 11, which is my lucky number, is reserved, right?
I can reserve number 11 for you if you want.
Look how that boomeranged right back at me,
guys. I'm not like your local AD, and I'm not like some.
I was gonna settle for like 22, but let me.
I'll whatever number you want on there, brother.
Philip can print 3 11s.
I didn't expect to be popping on and paying.
Nobody needs to know.
Spending $4,000 tonight, but let's see. Which is a great price, by the way.
Thank you.
I got to rethink it. I got to think about it. But I'm a Porsche guy.
I understand.
I'm looking for a Porsche.
I'm not trying to force anything on anybody. I'm not trying. I just love putting watches on people's wrists, and I know what it took to get me to this point. And I know that if people invest into this, 1, they'll have a good timepiece. 2, they'll have a reliable relationship with the watchmaker who made the timepiece that they wear every day. And 3, when one comes around, they're already on the list, and I'm not stopping.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth saying too, like, obviously, like Philip and we talked for a little bit, and the person that is helping him build these watches is like the best in the biz. And I can't speak for that.
Yeah, for future reference, Zenith produced a very small quantity of El Primero split second chronographs. And so if you ever get to that point, they may be a source of a movement.
I love collaborations.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to ever do a collaboration with Hurst Co, I mean, this is basically what I'm doing with USAC and you know, that whole atmosphere. It's a collaboration, kind of like Houdinki did that thing with Porsche Design, and they did that limited run of their 300 pieces. I'm a little bit more limited, and I get to do it with, you know, representing a series, not just I'm a watch review channel that hooked up with this company. No, I'm actually tied into the series. It's not just the watch that has the name Porsche on it. It's tied to champions who went through hell to earn that piece. And on top of that, I'm doing custom engraving on the watch box. So they're going to get a custom watch box specific to them. So winners get winning.
That's right.
Next thing you know, one of the race winners is going to be like, "Yeah, I won this race just to get the Hurst Co.
Dude, seriously, if this watch inspired you to win the next 7 races and pull out that championship, then more power to you. I'm so happy for you, and I will be rooting for you, and we'll put some stickers on your car."
And we got a member chat for 49 months from our man, the captain. Congrats on living your dream, Philip. Awesome piece.
Thank you very much,
you,
man.
Captain. Captain getting poorer by the minute because he's going to buy the rest of the allocations for himself.
I save money by using the member chat.
Oh, and everything 1 year limited warranty. By the way, I'm not just saying, "Hey, take it." No, it's everything's backed by warranty, like guarantee. Like I'm taking care of everybody. I'm not just going to leave everybody to hang out and dry, and like I'm not going anywhere. So
75-year warranty.
75-year warranty. Don't quote me on that. Is this getting recorded?
Yes.
Alexa, scratch that.
Hey, Ryan Hofre is on board.
Yeah, there we go. I approve this 100%. There you go.
Ryan,
right. Thank you.
He doesn't talk bullshit either. He would tell it straight.
Guys, I really do appreciate, you know, you guys have been there. You guys saw me grow into this. You know what I mean? Like I remember just jumping on the channel about a year ago, just saying hi to some people. I remember actually accidentally jumping on the page and being on camera, and I'm like, "Oh, what am I doing?" And you guys are like, "Hi." And I'm like, I'm out of here. And now here I am, like sitting here talking about something I talked just even a blip or a sparkle in my eye a year ago. So yeah, this is pretty cool. I appreciate it. You guys have all been a big, huge part of it. So thank y'all. And I hope you guys don't mind me tagging you in everything I do.
Nope.
Because I know I tag the crap out of you guys.
You tag me all the time, and we share a lot of what you tag.
I know you guys do. So God bless y'all for that. Thank you so much, man.
So as far as the racing season itself, you're going obviously to a lot of the races. I know you're headed next week to Barber. You're headed down to Austin to Circuit of the Americas when they get here. Are you going to every single race and talking to the drivers and everything?
I'm trying to. That would be the ultimate goal. Guys, you know, I don't know if you guys know this or not, but starting a watch business isn't cheap. Nope. and the marketing behind it and the traveling and the, you know, what do they say? You don't buy the watch, you buy the dealer. You know, you don't buy the product, you buy the person. Yeah. Guys, if you see me at a racetrack, you can't deny that I'm a race car. I'm an automobile motorsport fan. I'm in a completely different world. I almost forget that I'm trying to sell watches. I almost forget that I'm trying to be a watch, you know, partner for this particular series because I just get wrapped up in the noise. But, you know, being able to be there with these people and tell the story of how I'm doing this alongside with them going through whatever struggle they're going through. It's like we're both walking in the same race together. I'm trying to race to get to the end. They're trying to make it to the end. And we're hopefully all going to meet on the podium. Like that's where I hope to see these guys is on the podium. I'm going to be standing there just as much of a winner. You know, they should make a step 4 for Phil. Like these guys can get the champion. They can get 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to be honored to be sitting there, you know, taking 4th place to these guys and being able to provide a timepiece for them. So, yeah, I don't even remember where that question came from. I'm just still super excited about even having the opportunity to do this.
And then once the season's over, once the watches are made, once you've sold out, Any idea where you go from there? You trying to find other partners to get with?
I'm hoping that we do a good enough job with USAC and Porsche Motorsport North America to where one, we're invited back to be the timepiece partner for next year. Two, maybe get a little more recognition. Hopefully, maybe move up to IMSA, move up to Carrera Cup. I don't know. I don't know. I can dream. I can say all the things that I would love to do, but I don't know, and I'm not leaving that in my hands. Once again, I'm going to leave that in the power in the hands that created me, to open those doors for me. And so far, I can't believe the doors that have been opened for me. I'm just walking through them and trusting and hope and faith and like all of it, guys. I'm just walking forward by faith, not by sight, because I can't see anything right now.
That's why we wear glasses.
That's why I wear glasses, guys.
Well, I'm certainly inspired, Phil. Look, there's fireworks going off in my.
I see the fireworks and the balloons.
I don't know. I don't know how this happened, but it's divine intervention, man. This is.
You're really excited over there.
As Drake said, it's God's plan, man. You're talking Porsche and watches, man. Those are two very exciting things. I'm not. A huge Formula One guy. I would go to Formula One for sure.
My wife and I, we actually shoot photography for Formula One. That's how we got into this whole thing. Is we were in the hospitality suite for FIA, and we wound up meeting the vice president of USAC and got asked to do this. And bing, bang, boom, I'm making watches.
But I'll tell you, watching Brad Pitt. What was that? Was that called Formula One?
Yeah, F1 movie.
The F1
movie. The only movie that I saw of all the movies that were
this year, the only movie
at the Oscars. That was it.
Formula One.
And I got to tell you, watching that in the home theater, the walls were shaking. So the soundtrack, and it really opened my eyes a lot to how challenging it is to be a race car driver.
Have you watched any of the Netflix? I don't even watch it.
Drive to Survive.
I have not, but it's a reason
It's a good way to get introduced to it, to kind of get understanding of it. But what I say is go look at if you're really wanting to get into it, go look at some of the old school reels and footage and hear some of the old stories.
I used to watch Mario Andretti.
You get it.
And his son. When I was growing up, when I was 8 years old.
Man. It was I'm 46 years old. People are like, how long have you been watching? I'm like, since I was probably like 6 or 7 years old. And meanwhile, they just started watching on Netflix. I don't hate him for that. I'm not going to put him down for that.
Jackie Stewart, Mario Andretti.
Yep.
What was his son? Andretti's son.
The Mario Andretti, Michael Andretti.
Michael Andretti, and that was more. Those are the what were those? Were those Formula One cars back then?
They were always Formula One cars. They were Formula One car. If since the sport started, it was a Formula One car. But Formula One cars have changed so much over the years. One thing that hasn't changed is they've always been open wheel. Open wheel is kind of like Formula One's thing. Now if we want to talk Formula One, I'll talk Formula One all day with you guys, but that's not what that's not what we're here for today.
Let's get those super chats going, guys.
Yeah, come on, guys.
People we have watching or upvote.
Yeah, super chat, upvotes. We want to have a race at the end of the show. Right now, we only have 2 entries, so we can certainly use more entries. Thomas Broadbent is the answers were IndyCar, but still open wheel.
God bless Jackie Stewart.
Yeah. And the dude's still around, goes to every race. Rolex ambassador. He's the man.
The coolest content that nobody talks about that's Formula One related is the show that they did on Niki Lauda. Like it was
the Ford versus Ferrari.
Did you hear what Lauda just did?
What?
He got asked to drive what's his name?
Niki Lauda passed away.
No.
Niki Lauda's not with us anymore.
There was a movie on Niki Lauda. Yeah, there's a movie on Niki Lauda where he's like battling James Hunt the entire time.
Yeah. It's not Lauda. It's not Formula One versus. It's not Ford versus Ferrari. But I know what you're talking about. I know you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
What is that called? Rush.
Yeah.
It's
Rush.
Great movie. There it is.
Yep.
There it is.
Yeah.
That's
great,
the best.
great
That's
movie.
the best, like Formula One-esque kind of.
No, it's Formula One.
I know, but it's like a spin on It's like nobody really talks about those days.
Go back and watch the movie Grand Prix by who is the director of that? John Somethingsheimer. John
Frankenheimer.
Who?
Frankenheimer.
Yes, John Frankenheimer. Yes, he's the one that shot the original Formula One movie back before they had the small cameras, before they had this, that, and the other. He was literally like strapping big old reel-to-reel cameras on the outside. I did a whole little talk up about it like at the beginning of last year. Great movie. But if you really want to once again talk about like the historic old school racing and how it used to be, that was a great movie to go ahead and catch up on and see what it's like. Ladies and gentlemen, what time we got, by the way?
It is 9:03.
I do need to hop off here because, as you could see, I'm in my office, and my office is maybe about 45 minutes away from home. Oh. And I would like to get home to my lady. She's been sitting at home without me, but I wanted to catch up with you guys and talk about this, guys. But now I will definitely be around more often on Tuesday nights because things are kind of just moving at this point, and I'm free to talk about things that I don't have to worry about accidentally slipping up and letting the cat out of the bag.
Terrific.
Great.
Well, you're welcome on anytime. Congratulations on Hurst Co. and the new watches.
Thank you.
We look forward to seeing them. We'll have you back on, obviously, when you get some in hand.
Obviously. Blake, so we'll link up. Guys, I love you all so much. Thank you so much.
I will see you in May.
Yes. Yes. We're linking up at Coda. Don't you worry about it. All right?
Yeah. We'll see you at Coda.
You guys have a great night. Love you all.
Have fun, man.
All right, Phil.
Bye, guys.
Love you, man. Congrats.
Thank you. God bless.
We want to again thank Philip for being in. Everybody is doing their reactions, and now that I have a new machine, I can do it too.
Yeah, there you go. Welcome. Join the club. Let's all do it.
There we go. We're all Mac all the time.
Freaking rave.
Hey, let's all do at the same time. Let's do the fireworks one. Ready?
Fireworks.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Oh shit!
And
I pressed
Blake
the wrong.
Screwed it up.
It looks like a freaking firework if you look at it. Though.
I know it does, doesn't it?
That's exciting.
Yeah, that is cool.
And Phil's watch, that's exciting too. I got to rewatch the beginning to see what they look like.
Yeah, we showed most of them when you were on, but yeah, absolutely.
To do a deep dive, because I know you covered all the intricate details earlier.
Yeah, we want to thank Ryan Hofrey for the super sticker. Ryan, we will get you into the race as well. Erin finally tells us when her birthday is so we can sing to her. Unfortunately, Erin, we're not on Mondays, but we will find somebody to sing you a happy birthday in an Australian accent on June 2nd. We will work on finding you somebody to do that.
I might have to commission somebody.
Yep.
From Australia.
So we will. Yes. Yeah, Mr. GMT. Somebody from Australia. Although, he's, to be fair, he's actually from London, but he lives in Australia. So there you go.
He would sing it. He would do it.
Yeah, we've seen him do some crazy shit on streams before.
Yeah, so Mr. GMT, if you're still there in the chat, come on June 2nd and sing happy birthday to Erin because her birthday is on June 1st.
Jump on now, GMT. Come on, GMT. Where are you? I'll smoke him out.
You've been asking where Cap's been. He's finally here.
Yeah.
Come on.
I was on Friday too, so this is like
I know, double special.
I know. I came out of my hole. It's like I was in the Fortress of Solitude. I was in the Bat Cave.
So you want to look at some new releases before we get to the unboxing from Professor Eccentric?
Absolutely.
This one I think is really cool. Tissot going back to its roots, even with the original Tissot logo on the dial for a release of the Viso date.
It's nice.
That is very, very, very clean.
Yeah, it really is. They also do, that's the what the original Viso date looks like. So they did not go back to the classic logo like that, which is what I have on my little cushion case. Tissot has that logo. And that's the day date, which they used to do, but they don't anymore. So the new ones, you've got kind of this white pie pan on a leather, which this is really cool looking too.
Hmm.
And I always did like a good pipe hand dial. I think that looks great.
It does, yeah. Dial looks great. I like the way they frame the date with that.
Yeah.
What? It's not a square. What did they call that? Is that
a rhombus?
Rhombus, yes.
That is?
I was going to say oblong was coming to my mind, but it looks like a.
I thought they called them
rhombus.
just a frame, like a date frame.
Yeah, but it's the shape of the frame. It's not a true rectangle like most date frames.
Yep. I wish they stuck with the sword hands, but that's personal taste.
Mm.
So there's the two together. And of course the black dial also has the rhombus looking date on there. I think that's a really good looking watch though. I really like it. I'm not sure. Let's see what the price is, because I did not look up. Oh, it's a 39 millimeter.
Okay.
10.45 thick, so nice.
Mm-hmm. Can we play guess the price before you show us the price?
Sure. What do you want
to go around the panel?
Yeah. What do you think?
Right, I guess I'll go first and just spit out a number. $4,000.
What?
I don't think it's that. It's a Tissot. I don't think it's that.
Oh, Tissot, yeah.
I'm probably double. I'm probably 2x. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say 2,200.
No, I think it's gonna be like 12 to 1,400.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go lowball with a 750.
I want to be around there, but I know everybody's getting more expensive.
All right, I'm gonna switch and say 749. So
Price is right rule.
Yeah, I'm gonna say $1.
No, $1. Right? That's the best way to do it.
All right. Well, let's see.
I know
let's
I'm dead
see
wrong.
Who's closest? So. Let's get down to the bottom here.
The low price of
795 euros. So what's that, about eight?
I think it's closer to 1,000.
900.
Closer to 1,000.
Let's ask Alexa or something.
875. Let's see.
Excuse me. It's 875 on steel. So the leather's $795.
$1,009.
All right.
I'll take my trophy, please.
And what's 875 euros in dollars?
Free Porsche Hurst Co watch.
That'd be cool.
I have to get my car serviced tomorrow, and I think it's going to cost me, because it's a German automobile. It's probably going to cost me the amount of. I'm afraid of what they're going to hit me with. All the money I could spend on a Porsche watch is going to go towards fixing the car.
Oh boy,
it's true.
Money pit.
Yep. I'm with you, and I've got a much cheaper to take care of German car, but it's still expensive. What's 875 euro in doll hairs, Mr. Blake?
Oh, it's $1,009.
Oh, that's 875. So it'd be about 900-ish on the strap.
Yeah,
pretty close.
That's not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. And it just has a regular crappy Powermatic 80. The movement's fine. It's just I wish if they're going to open the case back, make it look better than that. And I've got a Tissot with an open case back that looks just like that. So I know
the cheapest watch. So the cheapest or least expensive watch I've ever seen with the best looking movement I've ever seen are those Seagull chronograph.
Yeah, I've got one.
The Chinese
the movements are awesome looking.
Those so when we were talking about closed back and open back, that came to my mind as a watch. You want to see the movement in that watch. Now I think they may be prone to breakage, but the movement looks pretty.
Seagull bought the tooling that was used to make the old Venus chronograph movement.
Mm-hmm.
So basically a clone.
Mm.
Not that that's a bad thing.
No, if they make them like that and show the movement.
Yeah.
So GMT, thanks for throwing me under the bus. You have until June to prepare. Come on.
Super chat, man. You can win this race, guys. It's open.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Ryan. Can't overestimate how terrible it is when an otherwise great watch design is too thick. It's a deal breaker. Good luck. And I think 13.4 for an automatic chrono is fine.
It is. I'm wondering what the comparables are. Like a Speedy.
It's thinner than the Speedy.
That's all you need to know then. I mean,
and the basic Speedy is manual one, so
right.
And Julius Caesar says the target audience for this watch, meaning the Tissot, doesn't care about movement finishing. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, they just want to see the movement.
With the PRX another option.
Well, the Powermatic 80s are like disposable movements, from my understanding, which is fine and cool, whatever. But
Ryan thinks it's a little too high priced, $1,009.
Ryan's okay. Now he's just I don't know what he's doing.
He says Robert. He said he put in robbery and he meant to put in Robert, but that's okay. But yeah, okay. I get that. And Julius Caesar on the chrono thickness. Case architecture is more important than static thickness, in his opinion. I think another thing to consider with the design of his chrono and the fact that it is a closed case back rather than an open is that's going to make it wear thinner when you put it on your wrist. That closed case back is going to sink into your wrist. So it's not going to look like it's 13.5 or 13.4 on your wrist. It's going to look more like it's around 12.5 because the closed case back is going to go in, whereas an open case back will sit higher because the case back itself has to be thicker to fit the glass into it. So I think that's another good reason for him to go closed case back on this watch, is because it is going to wear thinner. I think it's going to look really, really nice.
And I think we're not talking about a dress chronograph.
No.
It needs to fit under a dress cuff, like all of the watches Tim Masso puts on seemingly fit, no matter how thick, under a dress cuff, right? I don't know what kind of cuffs he's wearing. French cuffs, maybe.
Yeah.
But you want a little bit of, what's the right word? Gravitas or heft. When if it's a driving watch and you have your hands on the wheel like this, you want to see you're wearing something substantial, Yeah. It doesn't have to be super thin. That's nice. See.
So Jen,
that's a different purpose. What is that? Your which one is that, Jen?
This is the Golden Shadow.
One of your UGs. One of your many.
Yep.
So do you want me to bring this up, Jen?
Yeah. So this is Robert Pattinson.
Oh yes, we had that earlier on
last night. Yeah, I looked it up. So this is
somebody had a question about that.
Yeah, this is a new JLC perpetual calendar. And they actually have JLC at the bottom at 6:00, which is very unusual. Looks like it might be a triple day as part of that. No, that's a reflection. But yeah, solid gold. So a lot of people were wondering what's going on with that, because is that going to be released at Watches and Wonders? You don't really know. This is the first time anybody's seen it. So
can we blow that up, enlarge that?
That's the biggest I can get it. Unfortunately,
I wonder if there's another picture floating out there in the interwebs.
That one's too blurry.
I'll tell you what. Well, they're going to release the watches at Watches and Wonders before the actual fair opens. So I'll be reporting live on the ground.
Okay.
I have no equipment. I am ill prepared to do
the cap cam.
And I have no idea what I'm doing.
You want to watch the Wonders? Did I hear
that said, yes.
Yeah.
I'll be there too.
Are you going?
Yeah.
Blake can be your camera guy.
What days are you coming?
I am going to be there on starting Tuesday, the 14th, departing on the 20th, which is Monday.
I'll be there 8 to 17.
Okay.
I'm
8
coming
to 17.
I'm coming early because all the brands do their manufacturing tours like before the event. So I'm going to Roger Dubuis for a factory tour.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to go to Patek Museum, and then I want to go to AP, but I didn't. I have to reach out. Le Brassus. I'm going to bang on the doors. Now, I wish. Let me in. I wish they had. I wish they had the claws sitting on top of it. That would be super cool. But I don't think.
Yeah, they
is
used
there
to.
anymore.
I don't think they still have it out there.
They may not let me in, but I'm going to try to set up an appointment in advance on one of those.
Another one
days.
that would be really good to see if you get a chance is Ulysse Nardin. I've seen parts of that tour, and it's astounding. I mean, they show you everything. It's really freaking cool.
The thing about UN is they have such a small team that they're all like that's the case for all these watch brands, right? So like the first week before Watches and Wonders, or like up to 5 days, everybody's back at the manufacturers. But then everybody comes from these little freaking watch towns all to Geneva, for Watches and Wonders. And so like, that's part of the reason why I'm going so early. But yeah, it's pretty hard, for, any of the manufacturers to do tours while they're open. But Gap, let me know, because I can get you some invites to some parties. Like I've got a bunch of party invites, and
sounds good. We hooked up last time when we went to the Oris event. That was a lot of fun. It was a little hot and a little cramped, but
I think this time I'll have a little bit more time to like not, like I won't be so freaking like hung up on bullshit, Well,
but, you were tied up filming, the Georgia documentary, if you will. So you were preoccupied doing that, and but I'm sure I know a bunch of people that are going. I know some people that I really would love to meet, who I've been friends on these streams with, and developed a I guess a streaming relationship or whatnot, only that I would love to have seen there, but they're not two people I know are not going to be there. Oh, by the way, I was at an event in Manhattan a week ago, when was it? 2 weeks ago on Friday, and I bumped into Miss GMT and had a nice chat with her. Yeah. So and she's going as well. So
I saw you bumped into Red too.
I did. Red Shovel. Yep.
Yeah.
Tim Wright was there. Tim's going to Geneva. I heard he successfully raised his funds to go, and no, we had a nice time because Tim and I go way back, and in fact, he was the person who invited me to this event. So, shout out to Tim. And a few other folks were there too, and some watch insiders. So it was fun.
Well, ping me on WhatsApp, and we can see what we can sync up, and I can.
We're definitely meeting. There's not even a question.
Yeah,
about it.
I can see what invites. Because I know for sure there's a Zenith cocktail party. There's a Moser pub crawl, and then
I like Moser, man. I like Zenith, but Zenith might
there's a UN after party. And then
that was the one you went to last year, right? Is that UN?
We went.
Roman were dancing on a table.
No. That was a super niche and UN party.
Oh, that was UN. That was you.
Yeah, I mean, UN sponsors a bunch of those fun stuff. So I mean, if you're doing like you can't. There's no party like a Ulysse Nardin party. Like in my opinion.
There you go.
I think should we bring a medical staff with
probably
with some bags of
Bring it for me.
Yeah, get you some banana bags.
What do they call that? What's in those? I'm gonna have one of those.
Bring a med kit.
The IV.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have
bring a med kit. Bring like any like over the shelf like pharmaceuticals, and then bring any type of like like EpiPens or whatever we need to revive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All I know is they had sorry, Robert. They have my hotel has a plug adapter because I was concerned, with laptops and chargers and stuff. They don't, use the same voltage as we do or and you have to have like some sort of I was going to buy one before I went, but they said they have.
Yeah, I mean you need to be careful with those because if you buy like an adapter, then they insure your equipment up to a certain amount. So like, let's just say, for example, I plug my laptop into the converter and it blows my laptop.
Yeah.
Then I got like $100,000 insurance policy that just comes with the purchase of the converter. So
and
like
you have a converter? We'll talk offline. We don't have to talk about
We will.
So,
yes.
Here's the watch. It's a kind of a grainy, blurry picture, but that kind of gives you a little bit closer look. Yeah. We want to thank Julia Caesar for posting the link, which I brought up. So that gives you a little bit better look. We also want to thank Anteater for his lucky $10 super chat. Thank you so much, sir. You, sir, are in the race as well. And we do have an unboxing. I think we're ready for an unboxing, don't you? Those of you who have not liked or upvoted so far, please do so right now.
Come on, you bums.
We're going to get an unboxing going. We will get Mitch into the unboxing position.
We got 32 people and only 19 upvotes. Come on, man.
Come on. Let's get the rest of those upvotes in before the end of the show.
I'm going to increase that right now.
Assume
the troll accounts.
That's right. Assume the position.
Where's Mike the Snake when we need him?
He's hidden, and I can't find it that quick.
He appears after a certain number of upvotes.
Oh, you mean this?
Hey, everybody! It's time to upvote. Woo! Look, I can even do it. Watch. There. It was that easy. All I needed to do is to upvote. That's all you need to do. It doesn't even take a wiggle of your finger or even just a wiggle of one of my teeth here to upvote. Just do it.
The computer sound is so realistic.
That's right.
I know. Do it. We got 23 upvotes, but Professor Eccentric, we turn the floor over to you, sir.
I mean, it's guaranteed not to be like a Rolex or those regular watches.
Yes.
It could come in a dark blue-black box. So it's definitely not a Rolex.
Ooh, black box.
What do you think it could be?
Tudor comes in a black box most of the time.
No.
Oh, no.
Ooh,
that's much more higher end than a Tudor.
Mitch, did you get a Serpenti? I think that would look beautiful on you.
I was going to, but then I figured I might have to put it on my ankle. No one would understand otherwise.
It would bring out the color in your eyes, Mitch.
Oh, well. So, comes in a nice lacquer box.
Ooh.
Bulgaria again.
Oh,
look, it's so shiny.
Yes. When you think eccentric, you think shiny. Or something like that.
I just think Mitch.
Well, that works too. All right. So we have here the Octo Finissimo chronograph.
Ooh, very nice.
Which is the thinnest automatic chronograph on the market.
Give us the side shot on that.
Oh,
Mitch.
Yeah. Laugh or cry. Of course, now all of a sudden, come on, you stupid watch. There we go.
Holy crap.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
spectacular.
That's impressive.
That's engineering. Look at that thing.
Yeah.
The movement, it's a little hard to see, but you might go, it's automatic. But
oh, nice.
They ask, a Le rotor.
It is a peripheral.
That is correct.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
The peripheral rotor. Very nicely decorated, sort of modern industrial movement. It's also a GMT.
Amazing work, man.
Very pretty. Yeah.
And a very nice bracelet. It's titanium.
Yeah. So it's super light on top of that, like Thomas said. That's just insane.
Yeah. So that's the story.
Got a lot of love in the
Let's
chat.
see the dial. Can you put it right into the camera?
There you go.
There you go. Almost.
Oh,
Now
nice.
it's a little angled. Yeah, you get it.
Oh, perfect.
There
Right
you
there.
go.
Titanium, Mitch?
Yep.
Very nice.
Wow.
That
It's
was
like
very cool.
monochrome.
Yeah. I mean, one complaint you can have about it is it ain't exactly contrasty.
Yeah.
Well-
yeah.
And it has no loom, so it's really not meant for sporty applications, but it's not so dressy that you
Right.
have to have a suit or a tux on.
Thomas Burnett, member for 31 months. Thomas, thank you for being up at 3:30 a.m. your time. We appreciate that. Blake and Cap, make sure you go to the AHCI Masters of Horology show.
Mhm.
All of the independent watchmakers will be there. Friday the 17th is the best day. And he also left a link in the chat that you guys can go to and get free tickets. Anybody who's going to Geneva for Watches and Wonders is welcome because it's a free show.
Yeah, I already registered.
I'm going to register right now. Thanks, Thomas. And yeah, Swiss, AKA Swiss Jesus, AKA Peruca,
Swiss
mentioned that to
Jesus.
me as well. That's an old one. Yeah. He got a lot of flack. He had to change his name. But
Oh man.
that's when he had flowing brown hair.
Long flowing hair.
And he actually did look like Jesus. Anyhow, and still does. I'm going to sign up and register for this, but he mentioned this as well, and one or two other things that are a must. And this was outside of the Watches and Wonders fair itself. This was right there with it.
I went last year. It's pretty cool.
I'm definitely going. There's not even a doubt. There's no doubt.
I got to meet Konstantin Chaikin. He was there.
Nice.
Yeah.
Super cool. And then I got to meet the dude from Atsuka Lotec.
Oh, very cool.
I can't think of his name right now. Super. Yeah, it was awesome. I went with Aussie E, wherever he's at.
Aussie.
Yeah.
So we are ready to race. We've got 5 entries. If anybody else wants to join in, we'll give you about a minute or so. You can throw in a super chat, member chat, all of that chatty chat. And we would love to have you in the race. We are going to add someone to the race as well. So anybody want to throw me a couple of names to add to the race this evening?
Why don't we add Philip for showing off his amazing watch?
Sounds good. We've got Philip in there. Let's do one more. Somebody who's been active in the chat this evening. How about Julius Caesar?
Yeah.
Hail Caesar.
Have we ever put Aaron Fletcher in a race?
I don't know.
I think so, maybe.
She was one of the first. She was one of the first. Yeah, Gyro Katsuyama. He's
Hero,
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever. However you pronounce that. Sorry if I butchered that.
Hero Katayama.
Hero.
He was really nice. He was a really nice guy.
Yeah.
And so
All right,
like he had like a translator the whole time.
I misspelled Caesar, but oh well. We're going to bring up the race here in just a second. Let me get everything
That's like
Okay.
Miyamoto from Nintendo. He can speak English, but he always has a translator with him, and he's been doing it for like 40
Jinji,
years.
a late entry. Hang on a minute. Let me go
Yeah,
back.
it's like I don't know if he does speak English or not, or if he just prefers not to.
It's probably easier for him to have a translator. He probably understands. It's just speaking it is a whole different.
I mean, when I was talking to his handler, like, he was just like, nodding.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. A lot of times they understand more because they've learned written English and that kind of stuff. But
I think he was just nodding to like embrace the fact that I was talking to him. And then I think when he looked over to his translator and she started speaking Japanese, like I think it was more like an etiquette thing than it was like him understanding what I was actually talking about. And I was talking about some bullshit anyways, so you know me. So
we want to thank Jen for the member for 11 months. Put me in, coach. We have you in. And there we go. A late one from our friend Darth Simons, our man Steve. And of course, he's also one of the channel sponsors. You can go check him out.
Smoke with Steve or you're stupid.
That's right. Get all your cigars from Steve. Let me go back and we'll put Steve into the race as well. So let me know if anybody else jumps in real quick while I'm doing that. Okay.
That sounds exciting. Major AD acquisition.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's off the beaten path.
How cool is that?
Very cool.
And Tobster reminds us that is the guy who made the new Spring Drive UFA, right? Is he? I'm not sure.
I don't know if Katayama is or not.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he's only with Otsuka.
Yeah. A lot of his modules are based on other architecture too,
Steve requests no more smoke with Steve or Europe. We can't say the S word anymore. So
smoke with Steve or you're not smart.
Drop the link for after the show, please. Yes, sir. We will get that on for you. Let's see. Let me do that real quick, and then we're actually going to get to a race.
He has the link, doesn't he? It's in the chat.
He's not in the Tuesday group, so.
Oh, it's not in the main group?
No, I think I forgot to put it in the main group tonight.
No, it's all right. I thought you dropped the link in the actual. All right, don't worry about it. I'll just shut up right now.
It's okay. We're gonna get you taken care of, GMT. There we go. Okay, now it's time to race. So here we go. Of course, it is St. Patrick's Day, so we're racing leprechauns, trying to catch the pot of gold.
They're trying to steal me Lucky Charms.
And we're all sober. Shock of all shock.
I know we're all sober tonight. Isn't that terrible? Maybe that's why the show is
that handlebar mustache on Mitch's leprechaun.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm sure to lose anyway.
Captain's got a Fu Manchu.
Captain, you're moving quick, man.
I want him to lay back. You know how these races go.
Oh, there you go.
No, you see, it's like they're coming up.
You're done.
Jen,
luck of the Irish.
Come on.
Where's Gil O'Shea? Where's Gil O'Shea?
Run to the finish line. Come on. Here. Steve got us in the zombie.
Look at that. Zombie leprechaun. Steve wins it. Oh my goodness, what a race. Love it.
Close.
That
Love
was
it.
good.
Steve, win with Steve or you're not smart. There you go.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh man. Thanks
Well
all
done.
you guys for being here. We again want to congratulate Philip and thank him for joining us to talk about his new watches. Want to again congratulate Steve on the race. We will be back next week with another visit from Jackie from Doxa. They are unveiling a new set of watches next week. I have seen them and you are going to love them. I can't say what they look like. I can't say anything else about them, but you're really going to like them. And we will have Jackie in next week. And then the next week after that, we've got Neil coming in for Duckworth Prestex, Neil Duckworth. and he's going to talk to us about their new jumping hour and tell us a story about that and tell you how you can get one. They'll be delivered later this year, but you can pre-order one. So we will talk all about that in 2 weeks. Until then, wear your watches. We will see you guys.